Good morning, students. So today, as I just discussed you in the previous class, that what is the difference between infectious and non-infectious disease. So infectious disease means communicable disease which can transmit from one person to another person, or non-infectious disease are non-communicable disease which will not get transferred from one person to another person. And then we discussed about the agents which used to transfer the diseases. The agents, infectious agents, are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, or viruses, which used to transmit disease from a disease which used to transmit this disease to one person to another person. And next we studied that how do these infectious agents get transferred. Via air it can transfer, via water it can transfer, through vectors it can transport, through sexual contact it may transfer. So after this, now today we will going to learn about the different effects of infectious disease. So general effects, or you can general effects. When any infectious agent will infect you, definitely your immune system start working on it. Your immune system fights against that foreign antigen. Okay. So while fighting to the foreign antigen, what happens when infectious microbe enter into the body? The immune system automatically get activated to respond to in response to that infection. Okay, so an active immune system recruits many of its cells to affected area and kill of the disease causing microbes. So this process is called as inflammation. So the causes of inflammation, maybe you will suffer from the pain, or you can feel the swelling or reddishness inside that. Often you feel the reddishness or swelling. That is nothing. That is you can say that is an inflammation, or the immune system of your body against any foreign invader, or you can say that against any foreign antigen. When any foreign antigen get enter into your body, your immune system get activated, it start get fighting against that antigen, and it recruits a special cell for fighting against that foreign antigen. So that process is called as inflammation. Often you can see the allergies are there. So allergies are nothing but they are the heightened sensitivity to the foreign substances, causing body defense systems to overreact. Body will overreact against any foreign antigen. Okay, it may also occur in the response to allergens. Sometimes also you are sensitive against any other things. Those things are called as allergens. Suppose sometimes the people may have the allergy from the dust, so dust will act as allergen. Some people have a allergy with that pollen grains, so pollen grains will called as anti-allergens. Okay, so this is a hypersensitivity of your body. Okay, so that is called as allergy. So basically, students, in some cases the tissue specificity of the infection leads to the general seeming effects. Such you can see the example as AIDS. AIDS, what is AIDS? AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so the full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so AIDS virus, HIV. So the AIDS, we can see the HIV virus, which causes AIDS is HIV virus. That is human immunodeficient virus. So it's called acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That is AIDS. What is there in the AIDS? Basically, it damages the immune response of the patient. What is immune response? Now earlier we explained you. Immune response is fighting against the antigen which get enter into our body. Our body itself develops an immune system which fight against the foreign antigen. But here in AIDS, what happened? The person, it goes and damage the immune system of a person. So if any person's immune system get damaged, then definitely any disease A mild disease also reaches to its severe stages. Like a person is suffering from normal fever, it will cause you can say if a person is suffering from normal fever, or you can say the cough and cold, it will change into the severe pneumonia. And if a person is suffering from a normal diarrhea, it will obviously infection may lead very serious effects, and it will changes into the severe condition of diarrhea. Okay, so this is what is happened in the AIDS. Basically, it hampers the immune system, or the immune system stops fighting against any antigen or any kind of disease. Okay, so now children, the severity of disease manifestation indirectly depends upon the number of microbes, or you can say the pathogens. If the number of microbes is very small, the infection of disease is also many minor or unnoticed. If the number of microbes is very large, the disease may be severe enough for a person, or you can say sometimes the disease may be the life threatening. So these are the different effects, or you can say the general effects of the disease. Next we will study about the organ specific and tissue specific manifestations. So students, next topic is organ specific and tissue specific manifestations. What do you mean by this? We know that our body is very large. If any antigen is going to infect us, definitely it has to go through a way, no? So it's very large as compared to the microbe. Microbes are very small, even we can't see with our naked eyes. Okay, so it can reach several places in our body through various routes, and can affect a particular organ and tissue. So different routes in our body is there to infect any specific organ or tissue. The selection for the site of infection is related definitely to their point of entry. Wherever the point of entry, there are the specific points of entry, and definitely there is a way. There is a way to go to that specific targets where the virus is, or whatever the bacteria or whatever the microbes is going to attack. First we will see how the viruses or bacteria, viruses, or you can say the pathogens may infect from the various point of entries. Suppose they enter it from air through nose. If any microbes is entering through your nose, it's going to cause infection in your lungs. Okay, so through lungs, definitely lungs is causing by the causing a bacterium which causes the tuberculosis, or you can see it TB. It enters via air through nose, and it's going to infect. Definitely it in the respiratory tract, there is a way through the respiratory tract, there is a way to reach into the lungs and infect the lungs. And if the point of entry is mouth, then it's going to cause infection in gut lining, that is typhoid. Typhoid causing bacteria enters through mouth and causes infection and infects the gut lining. Whereas they also go to the liver, and jaundice causing virus if it goes into the liver. Okay, if the point of entry is mouth. And if the point of entry is through sexual contact, then through lymph node it will affect in the entire body parts, and definitely it damages the immune response of any infected person or any person's body. And it will in HIV, or that I told you or explained you now only, the HIV virus, or you can say the AIDS patient, they will not fight against the disease because their immune system get totally lost after few time. Next, if the pathogens enter through the mosquito bite, then it will cause damage to liver, and often, and then to the red blood cell, like as in malaria, it spreads through liver, and through red blood cell it spreads, like in malaria it do so. And if they enter through mosquito bites, it may also reaches to the brain, and if it reaches to the brain, it will cause Japanese encephalitis, virus, it also called as brain fever. So these are the different points, that is the nose, mouth, or through the sexual contact. These are the different point of entry, and there are various site of infection, or you can say the way from where the pathogen can infect a person's body. Next, signs and symptoms will depend upon the tissue and organ targeted by the disease, targeted by the microbes. Wherever the organs are to be targeted by the microbes, that part only get hampered, or you will see the different symptoms and signs. Like if the target is lungs, then the symptom of disease may be cough and breathlessness. Like now we are facing in this COVID-19 case. Definitely that COVID cases are also that we can see that there also the infection takes place in lungs. So the symptoms are this only, the cough and breathlessness. Next, if the target is liver, then jaundice may occur. Any pathogen, if it targets the liver, then the jaundice may occur. And if the target is brain, then headache, vomiting, fits, unconsciousness may occur. So these are the different signs and symptoms from which the pathogen is going to infect or occur. Okay, so these are all about the two topics we read about: the general effects of infectious disease and organ specific and tissue specific manifestation.